Welcome to the tentatively titled Freshman 15 podcast with Davy and Davy. That
Well, hold on.
sounds just like
I want to introduce the other way. It's Davy and Davy. I was giving you credit. You should be first.
that's true. I
Yeah,
mean,
don't put me first. That's not fair.
I wouldn't dream of it. Wouldn't dream of it.
I dream of you putting me first all the time and it never happens.
Never gonna happen. Not with a face like this, baby.
All
So we're
right.
trying something here. We've talked about this for years, and it's just never come to fruition. I was a drunk for almost 10 years. And I just wouldn't do anything. I didn't play music, much less try to do a podcast.
Yeah, and then here I am, unfortunately drinking, but with a
So
little
am
bit
I.
of self-control, just a little bit. What do you have?
It's cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke. Okay. I
I have
figure,
cherry float up there, but
what do you
it's
think of
not
that, by the way?
the cherry float.
Yeah,
Delicious.
it's so good. I recommend it if anybody out there hasn't tried it. Um, so here's what we're thinking for this podcast. Like you said, we don't really have a name yet. You guys feel free to shout some stuff at us. If you come up with something cooler than us, we'll use it. And if you do come up with something cooler than us, we'll pretend that we came up with it.
Yes.
And if you say D3 or D2, we're going to ignore you. We love
100%.
you, but we're going to ignore you.
Yes, we've received that for the better part of 2 decades. Um, it's cute. It's just, we're just kidding. We love the Davy jokes. I don't. I don't.
The cool thing is if I need to edit this, I can, but I probably won't. I don't think we said anything bad. We love that you guys do that. It's just funny how often people have been like, call yourselves the Daves. All
I
right.
would rather fire them, get new members, than call anything
What if
that.
you got all new members and then called yourself the Daves? None of them are named Dave, just you.
Well, if I was the solo Davy,
Yeah,
oh yeah, yeah.
that'd be way funny.
That's what I've been trying to do since I started this band. There's always been another David because the
You can't
human
get rid of
race
us, man. We keep coming
is
back.
not creative.
We're like that thing you got in Vegas.
Or herpes?
No, the baby that um it just keeps coming back. Dad, why do you abandon me? Uh,
Um, so yeah, we just kind of we just said something to talk about. So I just thought of what about albums that or even bands that influenced us, and what automatically comes to mind, and I'm sure the same thing with you, is the starting line. Is say it like you mean it.
yeah.
The album's perfect.
Man, the first time I had heard the starting line was I think I heard Leaving first.
The demo version or the album
No,
version?
actually, you know what? I don't think it was that. I think it was the I'm Real cover, the J-Lo cover.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought it was cool. I didn't even know it was a cover. I didn't know that song.
Really? You never heard that?
I'm real. Yeah, and I
Really?
was like, dude, this is so cool, especially that like the tinny kind of drum thing at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
And just the way it kicks in, I thought it was really cool. And so it was in the Napster days, maybe LimeWire, and I ended up downloading uh what was the big one? Why am I blanking right here? There's not even any pressure. We're not even out there yet. This is just me and you. Best of Me.
Yeah.
Because it was like their big single, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I listened to it, I was like, eh. It didn't really do it for me, which is weird. Like I liked it, but maybe it was because I saw the music video and he just was so happy in it that it
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
it was like off-putting a little bit.
Sure.
But in time I kind of grew to love it. But then when I got the album, I think the girl that I was dating in 10th grade got me the album for like Valentine's Day or something. And I don't know if it had to do with that or what, but I just remember listening to it and the colors of the album, just the way it felt. It was so bright and cheerful feeling. Even though it was talking about sad things like the song Leaving, like we said, it felt alive, it felt youthful, and it was just promising. So it gave me a lot of hope.
Well, I've talked about that ad nauseum in some interviews I've done, is I love the juxtaposition between terribly sad lyrics and poppy melodies.
Right.
And I always bring up 70 times 7 by Brand New. In the bridge of that
Perfect.
song, they're saying some hurtful, hurtful things. and it's just put to the a very pretty melody,
Mhm.
and I love that. And I think that song in particular has what inspired a lot of my songs,
I was gonna
especially on
say
Throw
you
Up
should
Your
try that.
Hands. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you should try that.
Well,
No,
yeah.
yeah, I know. We use it all the
Yeah,
time.
like, Phoenix and Keep You. It's a very poppy, happy melody, but I'm pretty much telling this person to go, F themselves. Like, fine, we don't need you here. We're good. I mean,
Yep. And
I've
look at
always
us
found that.
now. Look at us now, living the dream.
Right,
We have our own podcast. What are you doing?
right, which nobody's gonna listen to. So we might as well just go ahead and tackle this. So we both love Green Day,
Oh, we're
and
gonna do it.
we're gonna do it.
All right, we're starting off with a bang. We want people to
So
listen, so let's create controversy.
I love Green Day. Davey has loved Green Day more so than me his whole life. I got into them. He got me into Green Day actually.
Did
But
I?
I've always loved like Dookie, An American Idiot, and whereas Davey is I don't know what called a purist. I don't even know what to call it. You go ahead. You don't like American
Well,
Idiot.
before we go there, did I actually get you into Green Day?
Well, I've always liked them. Like, Dookie, I pretty much knew
Yeah.
that, and all of American Idiot I knew. But anything past that, a lot of this, I mean,
I think,
Brainstorm, the
yeah,
big
I think
thing.
I remember like getting you to go listen to Insomniac and Nimrod.
Insomniac, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I texted you later that night and I was like, holy crap, dude, this is incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I just ventured out and listened to everything and I love it except for Father of All. That can
And I love that album.
You're the
It's
only one.
so weird, but we're backwards on some of it. So, all right, the thing he's talking about, and this is where I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. I cannot stand the American Idiot album. To this day, I've tried over and over again. I don't. Hmm.
It doesn't sound different enough to warrant hating it. It sounds enough like Green Day to where you're like, nah, I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you know what it is though. There's a product that looks enough like something, but you ordered it on Temu. Doesn't mean it's the original. Doesn't mean it's the real thing. Sorry, Green Day. Uh, I mean, I like that they did what they wanted to do, and that's really cool. But so when the first song came out, when American Idiot, the lead single came out, I was pumped. I was ready. Because to be honest with you, backing up from there, they had Nimrod, and then there was nothing, and then International Super Hits, which was pretty much a greatest hits album with two songs that were new, Maria and Pop Rocks and Coke, which were both okay, but they felt slower. They didn't kind of have that angst and energy. They were a little bit more like pop.
Was Warning before?
No. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry. I think Warning was 2000 and then
Okay.
International Super Hits was 2001. So Warning was the bummer for me. I was really excited about a new album and it really kind of dipped. I love Warning now. I do. Actually, it's the front. I don't know if you can see my vinyls over there, but it's the front one. Anyway, so that album, it just felt like, okay, here's what it is. I really think they went from smoking meth to smoking pot. And
You know that, or
I'm
you
not
just
making that up. I really think that's what happened. Because Insomniac and stuff had the, pull like rotten teeth and all that, and it was talking about doing meth and stuff. But everything felt a lot more like it was like floating more in the Warning album, and I don't know, I didn't like it at first. It was just so disruptive to what I was expecting. And so then International Super Hits came out. Then there was this long period of time, like 3 years go by, and when you're in high school, that feels like forever. And then they put out American Idiot, the single, and I'm like, yes, this is gonna rip. And that was the lead song, and then it went into Jesus of Suburbia, and this idea of a rock opera sounded super cool to me. I guess I had a different idea of what that would be in my head. Um,
well,
I don't know
see,
what I expected, but it just fell flat for me.
would you rather there's bands that release stuff and we're like, yep, that sounds like them. Another album. It's good, but that's it. Would you rather them just keep the track and be like, that's another Green Day album? Or, they did a rock opera. They did like 9-minute songs.
Sure. I mean, you can change songs up, you can change styles and stuff, and it's hit or miss, right? Some bands have done it and it works. Like,
Arguably, people could say that about us. It's like, yeah, that sounds like Freshman 15.
right. Um,
Yeah.
like Reliant K, for example, I like Collapsible Lung. They went very poppy with it. I don't think that worked for you. Um, but it's kind of the same thing. Just because they did something different doesn't mean it's good. And just because they keep their sound doesn't mean it's good. As much as we love Newfound Glory and there's songs on each album that we can really enjoy, it does kind of feel that way where it's like, okay, it's just another Newfound Glory album, which
Sure.
is a bummer because we love them. But I don't feel like that was the case for this one for me. It felt like they tried to do something and in my opinion just fell short of what was achievable. I also don't like the Irish folky punk sound. Like Operation Ivy, I guess, which Green Day's big fans of, but Dropkick Murphys, stuff like that. That like beer drinking chanty kind of sound, which is pretty much what the two big 9-minute songs did. You know, They-
Really?
yeah, there's a couple of moments in there where they kind of do
What?
that.
Like, I don't know. I'm thinking of Jesus Suburbia. Na, 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 na,
I
na,
mean,
na, raging
even
love.
nobody likes you. Everyone left you. They're all out without you. That and then I mean they completely ripped off Youth of the Nation. Are we are.
Yeah, yeah. Did did
Um,
that did that POD song come out before that? Or
yes. Yes, it did.
okay.
But,
Um,
but then St. Jimmy came on and I'm like, yes, because like I said, that skater kid in me wanted the energy. And American Idiot, the song had it, and then it was these other songs that were okay. I actually loved Boulevard of Broken Dreams because it sounded like Avril Lavigne
yeah, sure. I
a
get that.
lot. And Holiday was okay, but it didn't have I was like, all right, I'm ready for it to pick back up. St. Jimmy comes in and I'm like, yes, here it is. And then the second half of St. Jimmy just falls apart. And it does that shanty beer chanting thing again. And I'm like, whatever. But I do like songs like Give Me Novocaine, which is a slow one, so I don't mind change.
Right.
It just has to, I don't know. I want to say there's an authenticity that I didn't feel. I felt like they were just going for, hey, let's reach a new demographic so that we can make more money. But I mean, I don't
With
know. I
with
don't
a
know that that's,
9-minute rock opera with,
it worked, didn't
certain
it?
songs.
It
I mean,
brought them
yeah, it
back on the
clearly
map.
worked, but that's not really your cookie cutter, let's sell out
When you're
kind of
following the path of Queen, it is.
something that happened 3 decades before. Well, also,
Hey,
if
hey,
you
hey,
dig
hold
into
on, hold on.
Queen's discography,
We just
you'll
released the
find that
most
not
90s song ever.
what's
So we're
up?
3 decades. We just released the most 90s song ever. So we're 3 decades ahead too.
What's that? Love
Love
Bomb?
Bomb
You think so?
with the bass intro, 90s, 2000s bass intro.
I'd say 2000s. Yeah. But when you dig into Queen's discography, really, only Bohemian Rhapsody is the one that's like that long. Everything else is decently short. It's just normal songs. Um,
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
even that was frowned upon, by the label. They were like, we're not gonna release this, you know,
Well, I
1980.
wish that the label Reprise would have done that with Green Day.
I'm sure they don't. I'm
I
sure.
don't think they do. They made so much money on that. But see, what's funny is then they came out with Uno, and I loved it. It felt like a return to their, original sound. It felt a lot like Dookie to me, and people did not like it. Dose and Trey I didn't like necessarily, but Uno
Well,
was great.
because they go hand in hand. You can't take one kind of without the
Yeah,
other.
but the other two also have more of those like weird songs, like the kind of adventure-y, experimental sounds that Uno felt more like Dookie.
And what about 21st Century Breakdown? What was your
Oh,
thoughts on that?
I liked it, and I think that was because I was ready for it. I think I expected it, whereas I didn't expect American Idiot, so it was like a shock, like a cognitive dissonance culture shock for me. And I'm like,
Sure.
and I thought that in time I would like it, and I still don't. Especially songs like She's a Rebel, those ones that have that Middle Eastern sound. I don't like
No, I
worldly
think you're
sounds.
Extraordinary Girl.
Yes,
That
can't can't
song.
stand it. Can't stand it.
Oh man, it's so good.
But I've never really liked worldly sounds. Like I'm not a big fan of like.
Sounds
Well, I mean, I've never been like I know a lot of people like to go out to like listen to like Latino music, salsa or whatever like that. I've always been an advocate of like, hey, pop music can be sung in different languages. You don't have to play mariachi music just to be different. Like you can still sing pop in your native tongue. But, that was just me being, just naive to the fact that there's other culture in the world. It never appealed to me because I grew up on what I had, pop.
well, sure, and that's something that you and I talk about a lot. Is what you were brought up on, and what your parents showed you. Would you listen to mariachi music? Now if your parents had brought you up on it, I don't know. It's
See, right? What would we be? I mean, you say you grew up on country and somehow you found, pop punk. So let's go into that briefly. We'll start there. What got you into like how did you get to the point where you wanted to play in Freshman 15?
So, yeah, I was brought up on traditional country music and Southern rock. So, and my parents are very Southern. And I honestly think I fought against that my whole life. I don't know why. It's just I've never wanted. I was supposed to be named Clint, and that uh I would not be here if my name was Clint. I don't care if you showed me Josie by Blink
Hey, if you would
and
have
my
been
name was
named
Clint.
Clint, nobody would have asked us to name our band the Daves.
It's true. So I'd rather take that, honestly. I'll be Clint and the
The
D's or
the
whatever the
Clints.
um so yeah, I saw Josie on a channel called The Box when I was like 13. And first I was in love with Alyssa Milano. She was so pretty in that music video. And then you know how Josie starts out, "Da," has that drum and just the old chord holding over it, and these dudes just look so cool in the bathroom, and they're just like being goofy and like throwing paper
These dudes
airplanes.
look cool in the bathroom, man.
They do, and they look so funny. And I was,
Hey, I like that you think they look cool because I dyed my hair that exact same color purple and everybody in the band hated me.
no,
Actually,
Mark,
I think you had my back.
yeah, Mark hated it.
Mark hated it. Yeah,
Um,
Mark.
but yeah, Mark. But yeah, when I talked about this in a TikTok I uploaded. Only 100 people saw it, so it doesn't matter. Only two people are going to see this, so it even doesn't matter anymore.
One, two.
But, when you don't know, I've never heard of punk rock. My dad didn't listen to the Ramones or even the bigger bands that were punk. So my brain didn't know what it was. It didn't sound like Boston. It didn't sound like Aerosmith. It didn't sound like George Jones. So I didn't know it. But I saw the band after the music video ended, so I went to Napster or Kazaa,
Oh
what was it?
yeah, Kazaa.
Bearshare was another one.
Bear
Oh
share.
God. Um,
Winnemex.
and yeah, I just went and downloaded, Blink, all the Blink I could find, and then of course Newfound Glory pulled up.
You had to have ended up with Student Rick on accident, right?
Yeah, yeah, Student Rick. A lot of
Always
like,
falling for you.
yeah, exactly, and a lot of pop punk covers. A lot of the punk goes pop. I think I found that through there too, and that's how I found like Newfound and stuff. But yeah, I think that Blink was Blink was my intro into this type of music
Like,
that we attempt to rip off.
did that make you want to play guitar, or did that just make you like the music? Was there something that made you want to like, or had you already started playing it?
I had already started playing guitar, and my dad had been teaching me chords to sound like Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Okay.
So I was really, really, really big into Kiss, the 70s Kiss with Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. I was just so infatuated with their mystique and everything around that band. I just thought they were so cool. So yeah, I was learning Kiss riffs, Mr. Speed, and
You
God
can hear that
Unknown.
in things like, What Are Friends For? The
I
solo there,
do
it's
do
very
some kind
Kiss.
of classic rock riffs just to kind of not even give homage. It's just some of my
Part of you.
influence.
Yeah. I think it's cool to segue from there because for me, I mean, my dad liked country and he likes it a lot more now than he did. So I know a little bit, but I grew up on hair metal. I grew up on Motley Crue and Kiss, Def Leppard, Rat, Poison. My dad's favorite band was AC/DC. So, I mean, that was constantly what I was listening to. And in 94, when I was 6 years old, Dookie came out and my dad bought that CD, or I guess probably cassette. And
Why did he like it?
yeah, no, my dad loved punk.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really learn that until later. I mean, obviously I should have known, but later I found out that he was like into some kind of underground punk stuff and it was kind of cool. So,
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of was destined to go that way somewhat. But I mean, right from an early age, I just remember wanting to do it. It was kind of sounds silly, but as a child, my dad would have me in his lap air drumming with me,
Yeah.
like having
Did
me jam out
you
and stuff.
did you play bass before your pops bought you Dookie?
No, I didn't start playing music really until school. So when I was in middle school, I started percussion because I wanted to learn drums. Actually, what I really wanted to learn drums was when Hanson came out.
Yeah.
I
Little
wanted to be
little
I wanted to be
Zachy.
Zach Hanson. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Um,
cutie.
Still is.
Yeah, yeah, he's still adoring. They're all like, oh, Isaac. Oh,
He's better looking now.
yeah, I'm just
He
kidding.
looked
They're all,
like Kenny G at the time,
yeah,
like a
yeah, the little
young
curly.
Kenny G.
Yeah.
But so what was funny is for fifth grade, right before I was going into middle school, I was, trying to join percussion because I wanted to learn drums. So for Christmas in fifth grade, my parents got me a drum set,
What kind?
and I don't know,
You
something
don't
they
know.
got at some random music shop. It was not a good one.
Garbage.
And I woke up and it was set up, and I'm like, "You set it up wrong." And they're like, "What?" I was like, "The hi-hat's supposed to go on this side because Zach was left-handed."
Oh,
So I
interesting.
didn't know. So I tried to set it up backwards, and my dad, he actually played percussion and drums in school. So he told me, no, it goes the other way, and kind of showed me. And so I didn't really play much. I didn't understand it. There was nobody to really teach me. My dad wasn't like super good at it. So then like later, I remember I think the first song I ever learned was "Smells Like Teen Spirit." And that
Okay,
was when I was like, okay, I think I can kind of do this, and it still just fell flat.
that's a
So
tough one to start
yeah,
out on.
but it was that that kind of,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
that beat that
yeah,
you
that is
use for
kind of a.
everything. So it was just learning to keep my right hand going on the beat and the other one on the off. But I kind of left that for a little bit, and I remember seeing Bowling for Soup live at my second concert ever. Actually, there's a picture up there of me on stage with them. But when I was at this concert, I remember being like right up front, and Eric, the bass player, saw me, and I was like, "Yeah!" And so he stopped in the middle of the song and did that back to me. And so it was just like this really cool moment. And I was like, "Oh, Dad, they're awesome." We found out they were playing a show like a week later, another local show, like a festival. So we went to that, and I went and bought their shirt and saw them walking around, and I told them who I was, and they're like, "Oh, dude, we remember." And Eric was like, "Get a spot up close to the stage." So he pulled me up on stage, and I got to sing with him. And then he took me backstage, took pictures and stuff, and signed my hat and everything, got all their autographs. And so that was really cool. And it just kind of made me fall in love with it. And he had a Powerpuff Girls sticker on his bass. And I loved Powerpuff Girls. So I
Sure.
was like, I want to play bass. Like I never even thought about that before that. So then my buddy was starting to get, he wanted to get a Squire like Strat Pack, the when you get the little combo amp and everything.
Yeah.
And so I started looking into getting a P bass starter pack. And so that's what I did. And then you remember the vending machines at the roller rink where you get stickers?
Yeah.
I kept doing it until I got a Powerpuff Girls one.
I
And
put
so
a
I put it
rose on my Squire.
put it on my bass. Actually, you know what? I have that bass.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
If this is an audio medium, this will go over really well.
If this was a what?
If this is an audio medium, this will go out really well because nobody can see you.
I just put a hole in my roof. Hey,
Thank God.
this is my very first bass. And
Little Papa Roach stick.
the Powerpuff Girls sticker is now down here. It's so faded. You can't even see it. It used to
Oh
be up,
yeah.
it used
I
to
think
be up here, but my hand was always playing on it. So this is
that
my
bubbles
very
is
first
kind of
Squire P bass.
sick,
And
dude.
I got like, the good noodle stars, and I put them on there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was he really got me into that sugar cult.
Oh, tight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Um
his first two albums are
oh,
sick.
and then the back, Bowling for Soup,
Little Finch.
some SpongeBob, some good stuff, man.
Sick, dude.
So that was kind of cool.
Did you ever play that on tour with us?
No, this thing's
Just
I literally didn't know like much about fixing it. Oh, look, there is a sticker of bubbles.
yeah, that's what I said. Only Bubbles is kind of visible.
Um, so I didn't know much about like guitars and stuff at the time, and it was buzzing really bad. So what I did is I took aluminum foil, and I found out that if I strung aluminum foil from the buttons to the bridge, it would ground it, and it would stop buzzing. So it was like really ghetto like
Oh,
situation.
okay, yeah.
I haven't tried to play it plugged into anything since then. I'd be interested to see how that sounds.
No,
So
anything you play sounds terrible.
So
I
that that got me into bass. And then later I had a friend who wanted to start a band. He wanted to play bass. So I was learning tabs. So I decided that I was going to try and learn how to play What's My Age Again with tabs. And so that was the first song I learned on guitar. And then so I was obviously inevitably in Red Car Wire. And at that point, I wanted to play guitar. I was like excited. And so when Evan left his other band, he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, do you want to start a new band with me? I'm looking for a bass player." I was like, "I'll play guitar." And he goes, "I'm going to play guitar. I just want to keep it three piece." He goes, "But I'll let you sing." So I was like, "All right, I'm in." So I just kind of got stuck on bass ever since then. So thanks a lot for that, Davey.
Well, it's the only thing you're moderately good at. So,
I wouldn't even say that.
I remember as far as the singing thing goes, I don't know if I've talked about this in interviews, but you're gonna hear it twice. I was in the back seat with my parents, with my folks, and we're listening to Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. And Sweet Emotion. And I was doing the Sweet Emotion. And my dad was like, it sounds like a fake story, but I swear to God, it's true. He's like, what the hell was that? And my mom was like, is he singing harmony? And they're like, yeah, he's singing harmony. And I'd never heard the word harmony, or I didn't know anything about it, but just instinctively, I was just finding the correct notes that weren't the melody. And so that sticks out so vividly to me because I knew that I kind of had something. And that's what I've always tried to strive for with F15 is, the pop punk, but with like hopefully a little more emphasis on harmonies because I've always loved the Beach Boys and
Maybe
Queen.
that's why we aren't successful. Maybe it's because you were supposed to be singing harmony.
But
Oh.
it's because you're bass playing. I was kidding. You're bass playing while we aren't.
So I think maybe I should just take over lead vocals from now on, and you just sing backup. You just
And I
the
just
whole.
do
You know what?
bass and
Don't even
harmony.
don't even sing harmonies. I just want nothing but sweet
Yeah, we just got to do an Aerosmith cover
emotion.
band. Yeah, that's all it is. Um, but so yeah, that covers like Green Day and Starting Line, and of course Blink. Like I'd said,
Right.
Josie, when Enema of the State, and clearly Dude Ranch
Yeah.
just clearly sent me to the
100%.
next stratosphere of this type of music, and that leads into the other branching umbrella subgenres that is this music. But listen, it led me down to real punk with No Effects, and then metalcore with like Poison the Well or As I Lay Dying, and just like they all somehow fit into this little scene we're in,
Yeah.
and it's kind of all encompassing. For the most part, you don't hear too many people say, "Ugh, that band sucks" if they're in this little umbrella. They're
Have you
we
have you never
we
read
kind
the
of
reviews about us?
I don't know. I would like to think it's a tight knit little umbrella. People are pretty cool in this, so
Yeah.
everybody's got each other's backs, and that's a whole different thing. But I think it's so cool that this particular music genre that we are in is pretty all encompassing.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's crazy how, for each of us there was a trajectory of the different types of music that kind of funneled into what led us to Freshman 15. Because I mean, obviously, Bowling for Soup played a huge role in that. I would have never picked up a bass had it not been for Eric. I didn't really care to play bass.
Yeah,
He made it look cool, and that's hard. A lot of bassists don't move. A
true.
lot of bassists just stand there. So, then seeing Mark Hoppus and jumping around and stuff like that, it was like, okay, there's something here. This is a lot of fun. And it felt like something I was like, I want to do it. And I think the first song I ever played live was Little Things by Good Charlotte.
Oh,
Do you remember
sick.
what, like, it was at a school talent show in middle school. Do you remember what the first thing you did was?
Yeah, it was Blink, All the Small Things, and SR-71 right now. Those two songs.
Nice.
Yeah,
How did it go?
we won. Not
Sweet.
even
I
joking.
think
Yeah.
we got second in the talent show. So, well, I mean, how about we put a bow on it? What, I mean, how do we wrap this up? I don't even know. Do we just keep rambling? Do we just wait till the record runs out? The recording?
What's the time at?
I don't know. It won't show me.
Really?
Hmm.
Interesting.
It might have ended a long time ago.
Okay, valid. No, we can just yeah, I think that's a cool little intro. Just a
Now,
little bit about ourselves.
well, how about this? Why don't, for anybody that did watch it, especially if you made it this far, oh, look, it's popping up. It says running out of time. I can upgrade today. Um,
That's Fresh and 15
oh,
story.
I got
The
10,
Fresh and 15 story, running out of time.
I got 10 more minutes. Maybe that's our next album.
10 more
Um,
minutes or running out of time.
yeah,
The whole
both of
thing,
them.
10 more minutes running out of time.
Yeah. It's like in parentheses.
That's too many numbers. Freshman 15, 10 minutes. It's too
That
much.
that would be wordy. But if anybody has watched this and enjoyed it, and would like to see us do more, we're open to, for one, what we should call it, but also, is there a way that we can make this more themed? Is there anything you guys think would be cool? Do you want to hear stories about us? Do you want us to tell stories about what we're seeing? Just talk about music in general? I mean, maybe you just want us to tell you about our favorite male models. I don't know.
I have a list. Speaking of list, I think something cool, I'm just thinking out loud here, is like, I don't
Schindler's?
know. Yeah, it's just like top five. Um, we'll talk beforehand and be like, name your top five summer pop punk albums or something like that, and we'll come up with our own list. It's gonna be cooler than that though. It's something that we can kind of debate, you
Your
know.
top five favorite fall pop punk albums.
Yeah. No, like top albums of 19 or sorry 2003, and we'll come back, we'll research our 2003 albums and our favorite, and we'll tell each other's and be like, really, you like that? Or like, oh hell yeah, it's on my list too. I don't know, something like that would be cool. Everybody loves list. I love list.
Or we can challenge ourselves to do
Except
like
that one.
a discography thing. Like we've done, I think you've done it before where you've gone through like the entire discography of Van Halen or something like that. And we could, do something like that and go through
This
Blink's
is something
discog and
I've brought up to you. Yeah, it's like an album that
like a book
I've
club.
listened to a lot. That's one of my favorites. And you listen to it one week and you come back with your thoughts to me. And next week, an album, one favorite album that you've been trying to get me to listen to for years that I never have because you
My,
have
my
awful
11th
taste in
Alleyway
music.
album.
Yeah, or yours, I guess. But yeah, come back and you be like, here, this is your album, listen to it, and come back with your thoughts and we'll discuss about, what we think about it.
Sure.
I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Be fucking
Well, it
rad.
doesn't matter what our viewers think. This is our podcast.
That's right. This is the only episode of it. I'm never doing this again.
I'm not even going to release this one. Well,
Okay.
it's been a pleasure having you on my Zoom that I don't pay for.
Well, we only have 8 more minutes, and after that, you're
It
gonna.
shows you too.
No, I'm just making that
Oh,
up. But
that's at 7 minutes.
okay.
We almost made it though. Man, we can ramble.
Yeah. This is a typical phone conversation between Davey and I.
It sucks.
Between Davey and Clint. This is how it goes.
Am I Clint now? No, you're Cliff. That's a
All
deep
right.
cut.
So yeah, if you like this, comment. I'm sure we're gonna clip this up and put it places. So let us know what you would like if you dig this.
And if not, how'd you make it this far?
Yeah.
Do you have nothing better to do? You're still on the toilet, aren't you? Go ahead and wipe and finish up.
Yep.
Your
Before you
mom's
get poop on your
probably
screen.
probably mad at you for not doing the dishes. So anyway,
All
this
right,
has
that's all
been
I got.
Freshman 15's podcast. We'll
Well,
see you
we're
next
out of
week.
songs and out of jokes.
I guess we're done.